Greenback, big region game. If you would, just go ahead and talk about the game coming up Friday night.
Greenback's not a bad team. We just can't underestimate them, and we haven't beat them in a long time, and we're seeking a home playoff game, which we've all worked hard for the past 3 or 4 years. We just want to go out there and get it.
Caleb, your thoughts on the game?
I'm really excited. I think our team can come out with a win, and I hope we can do what we do best.
And Emmett?
I want to go out and make a statement and prove to everyone else that we're a team you can't look lightly upon, and go out and get a big W for our team.
And Emmett, you're a quarterback and having a good year this season. I saw almost 1,300 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. You made All-State last year as a quarterback, I believe, with the Tennessee Sports Writers Association.
Yeah, both of them.
Along with Caleb there, the wide receiver, and you say another publication had you All-State?
The coaches poll.
Coaches, okay, and having another outstanding season. But Emmett, if you would, just talk about what it's like playing for Coach Treadway.
Well, it's a lot of fun because he's always throwing new stuff at us and expecting the best out of us. And he's not always easy on you, and he's making sure we're all out there playing as a team, playing together, and working for what we want, and not just talking about it, and we actually got to be about it.
All right, Caleb, if you would, Caleb's a wide receiver and made All-State last year as well, had over 900 yards receiving, and this season thus far, I think you're about 400, a little over 400. Having another really good season, but if you would, just talk about playing for your coach.
Well, first, I like that he pushes all of us, and he expects us all to. He expects the best out of us, and I like how he not only tries to better us as a football player, he tries to better us as a person.
Ty, if you would touch on that as well.
Coach Tread says you can't talk yourself into be a champion, you got to do. So we just take that mindset onto the field, and it's fun to play for them, but when we step on the field, it's business.
Coach Treadway, look like you got some fine young men.
They're outstanding young men. I tell my family and friends that talk to me that aren't associated with the Midway program that I've got one of the best jobs in East Tennessee, without a doubt. And it's not just because of those young men, but it's the community of Midway, the support that we have from the teachers and the faculty, and our student section this year has just been crazy wild. And just all the people in Midway are so supportive. It's such a great place to work. And I personally feel like I have one of the best jobs there is because I get to work with these guys, every day. They're a pleasure to coach. They do work hard. That's one thing that I've always been real proud of them for the last 3 years. These guys have all started for me for 3 years, and since I've been there, and their work ethic is just unparalleled. I mean, they stay after practice. They get there early in the morning to get extra lifts in. I almost have to shoo them off the field at night, because I'm like, guys, I got to go home, and they're like, well, we want to work on some stuff. And they do. And there's not a coach around that wouldn't be proud to have them as part of their program. I think all 3 of them can play at the next level. I think all 3 of them are going to have an opportunity to do that. You had touched a little bit on Caleb's numbers from last year where he had over 900 yards receiving, and this year, he's a little above 400. And it would sound like that's a drop-off in production, but it really isn't. We've had other people that have stepped up, and I've been probably as proud of Caleb as any player on our team because of his unselfishness towards that. A young man that was an All-State player last year would want to repeat that and want to have those big numbers. But he is just being supportive of his other brothers on the team. We have 2 or 3 other receivers that are having great seasons as well. And his season from last year is part of the reason that those players are having such good years this year because he gets double coverage a lot, he gets stacked a lot, but he just keeps working. And he does things throughout the game, blocking. running his routes great, occupying defenders that create holes for other people. So, again, makes him a pleasure to coach. Those guys, Emmett, Ty, and there's just a ton of other kids that are on the team that are so much fun to coach just because of how dedicated they are to what we do.
Well, Coach, your kids talked about the game coming up Friday night, so let's talk about it. Big game in the Region 2 1A, and y'all coming in, I believe 2-2 in the region. Greenback's 3-1, and you're traveling to Greenback. And what's Midway? I know you have to win, and we're getting down to the last couple of weeks of the season. Just what's the scenario for the Green Wave coming out here?
Well, there's a lot of scenarios out there as far as playoff positioning at this time, because these last 2 weeks of the season, as your graphic showed a minute ago, there's lots of teams that still have playoff life left. For us, honestly, we're taking it 1 week at a time, and we don't really worry about those standings. And we don't actually, it's not that we're not concerned about our opponents, because we're playing a very tough opponent this week. But, we worry about Midway. We're just going to be Midway. We're going to do what Midway does. And part of that goal is let's win Friday, then we'll get ready to play again. Let's win the next Friday. If that was to happen, that would probably put us in second place, hosting. It would give us the opportunity to finish second and host a playoff game, which is not something that Midway's been able to do in a little bit.
I believe I've seen 2013.
Probably so. And so these guys are excited about that. We know when you get to this part of the season, every team is fighting for playoff life. So you don't take anybody lightly. And we certainly do not take anybody lightly, but we really just focus on who we are and what we're going to do. And, I feel like we have a lot of talent on this team. I say this to the guys all the time, that we've got talent. Just make sure you bring it with you every Friday. And our two goals this year were to communicate on defense and execute on offense, because we have the talent to do that. And these young men, along with the rest of the team, have put us in a great position to maybe host a first-round playoff game, which is our goal.
And our phone lines are open if you'd like to call in, question or comment for Coach Treadway or the kids up here we got on the stage, or me and Walter. So we'll welcome all calls. Walter.
Coach Treadway, give us a synopsis of the season so far, the story of the season, how you've gotten to 5-2 at this point.
Well, we started off with a good win first week of the season against Sale Creek, and scored a lot of points, played well on defense. And then we had an issue with another team where there was a COVID issue on both sides, where we had some players out sick. They had some players out sick, so we had to cancel that game. So we had a 2-week break, went into our first region game, and really played a team that was just much improved in Oakdale. And I think we probably fell asleep on them a little bit. Not blaming anybody for that. That's on me. And I don't know that we were prepared as well as I should have prepared the kids for the game. And they snuck up and got us. And that really put us behind the 8 ball quite a bit. And we've been kind of playing from behind ever since. But we came back with a couple of wins, played a really, really good Cofield team. They got out to a pretty good lead on us, but we fought back to have a chance there at the end of the game with possession and down 1 score. Our season overall at 5-2, I don't want to say we're happy with it, but we're happy to be in the position that we're in now. If we take care of business, which now we get to control, if we'll take care of business the last 2 weeks, those losses won't change where we want it to be at this time of the year. So it's been a good season, a little bit up and down, but it's been mainly consistent. We've played pretty well offensively every week, and we've played some really, really strong defense with some great stops at times. And we're just excited to be where we're at now, to have this opportunity, to secure a home playoff berth.
And how about injuries at this point? Have you got a lot of depth?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Depth at a single A school it's not a luxury many of us have.
How many do you have out to start off with?
We have 25 players on the roster. We have one that is setting out for the season because they moved in, so they're not eligible to play, but they're at practice with us. I have another one that's just a specialist, which is our kicker. She's female, Sierra Cow, but she only kicks. She doesn't play anything else. So we really have about 23 kids that are eligible to play, which sometimes makes it tough at practice. We've been really lucky this year. We've only had one really serious injury, I guess two, and both those happened. One happened the week before last, and one last week. One of the young men, he was a backup. He's lost for the season with a knee injury. The other one's got a fractured hand, but he's got that padded up. He's ready to go. So, but like most single A teams, one or two injuries can be devastating. And 2 years ago, and these guys were part of it, 2 years ago we had just major devastating injuries, and it was really costly to our program. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we don't have any injuries the next couple of weeks, because if we don't, I feel like we can make a really strong run in the playoffs this year.
So you've got a lot of folks that go both ways.
Yeah, just about everybody goes both ways. All these gentlemen here go both ways and on every special team. So
Okay.
it's Ironman football for us down at Midway.
Got to have that conditioning, that's for sure.
Well, Coach O'Toole handles that for these young men, and they love it. They'll act like they don't, but Coach O'Toole handles the condition, and he really has done a great job for us this year. All of our coaches, I have such a great coaching staff, too, to work with. Coach O'Toole's done a great job with the condition this year, because I don't think we have had one student athlete come off the field for a cramp during a ball game that I know of, other than maybe one. But normally early in the season, you've got a lot of that.
Right.
What's that? Yeah. Obviously, we don't have Ole Miss's trainer, who they had 400 cramps.
Yeah.
But no, that we've been in good shape, and it's been good for us so far, and hopefully that'll continue. We're still conditioning now and lifting weights twice a week, and we don't really change our program throughout the year. We just do what we do, and and hopefully that's going to make us better because of it.
Sounds good.
Coach, we got a call. Got an earbud there. Go ahead and we'll take this call. Locker room chat, you're on the air.
Foosball. Bunch of overgrown monsters, manhandling each other. Remember that man wanted you to play foosball, Bobby?
Yeah, boy, Orbison came. Coach Prime, I remember.
What's your question, caller? I believe they had the wrong number.
Well, that question was probably for one of our players we call Bobby. Maybe they had a question for him. He's not with us tonight.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't quite make it out, but Coach, if you would, just tell everybody out there a little bit about yourself. I know you've been coaching a while, but let's talk about what do you do? You teach there at Midway?
Yeah, I finished my doctorate a couple of years ago, and so
Brad told me you was a doctor.
Yeah, well, but if somebody goes down on the stage here, call an ambulance. I can't help you with that. But
Dr. Treadway.
Yes, sir. I teach math and 7th grade math down at Midway Middle School. Work with some wonderful people there. I've been so blessed. I mean, really, throughout all of my life, I've been to. Was at CAK as an administrator for about 10 years, worked at Rockwood Middle School for 10 years, did the Nike Coach of the Year. I was executive director for Nike Coach of the Year football clinics in Charlotte, North Carolina. Still do some public speaking for them, and I've got 3 children that are grown, Ashley, Mallory, and Sydney, and then I've got 3 stepchildren that are still in school. Cage, Daly, and Olive, and Cage plays over at Cherokee. I think they've got a big game tomorrow night, and if they win that, they get to go to the championship game, and I guess it's AAA for middle school. And Midway Middle School is playing tomorrow night, and if they win, they're going to get a chance to go to the championship round. So good luck to our middle school players this week. I know all our kids support them. Ty's got a brother that stars on that team, and so a lot of exciting things happening at Midway right now. But for me personally in my life, I've just been really, really fortunate. I've got to coach a lot of different young people and coach some outstanding athletes, both male and female. I'm assistant coach at Midway High School for the girls basketball program also, and I do middle school girls softball. Did middle school baseball a couple years ago, so stay pretty busy with it. Feel pretty blessed to be able to do it. I like our Christmas break because I get to sleep a little bit. That's about the only time I get that.
Right. Now, before you came to Midway, were you at Kingston as assistant?
I was an assistant coach at Kingston High School for 1 year with Coach Pankey.
Okay, 1 year, okay.
Yeah.
Before that, you was at, was it?
Before that, I lived in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah, I was working with a company out there, and I had been at CAK as a coach and assistant principal up there for a while. Was doing the Nike clinics, and one of the companies I worked with offered me a position, and I thought, I've always wanted to try something new, and so I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, and became a salesman.
Mm-hmm. So was Midway your first head coaching?
First head coaching for football in high school.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And just such a fortunate opportunity to be there at the time when the job came open, or I would have missed working with these young people. And so sometimes you just got to be in the right place at the right time, and it was just fortunate that I happened to be there at that time.
Okay. Looks like we got another call. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What do you say, Eric?
Hey, I was listening to Coach Swift talk about, especially single-A schools and injuries late in the year. And I've heard, I'm not going to name names and point fingers or anything like that, but I've heard that there might be a few schools that have gotten playoff eligible and maybe using COVID as an excuse not to get anybody hurt, not have to play, and make their way to the first round. Have you heard anything about any of that? And is that not the most ridiculous thing you ever heard in your life?
Personally, I haven't heard anything about that, but Coach Treadway?
I haven't heard anything about that, and I guess with the way that if you were to take a COVID loss in the region, it doesn't count as a loss against you. It counts as a victory for the team that you COVIDed out against. I think the TSSAA is probably going to take a look at that at some point if this continues. Hopefully, this COVID thing is not going to continue for much longer, but. I don't know how much it helps them or doesn't help them because it's still, you go to total wins, and so if you're COVIDing out of a game, you don't have an opportunity to get that victory, and if somebody else is getting victories and passing you up, it does drop you down the rankings. But I haven't heard anything of any teams actually doing that.
Is that what they go by, total wins?
Total wins.
So I know you could have a higher winning percentage by playing lesser games, but total wins. Okay, so that
total wins.
The situation I'm speaking of, and like I said, I'm not going to name no names. They've got enough region wins to be in the playoffs. They got a non-region game, and they COVID out just to not have to play it, not have to take a chance on getting somebody hurt. Because, like you said, you're so thin, especially in single A. Late in the year, you done suffered, 4 or 5 injuries that have hurt you. Everybody's coming on the mend, and it's better to take the week off than to play a non-region game and secure your guys for that playoff spot when you've got a non-region game on the schedule.
And for us at Midway, and really I think everybody in our region, all of our games we have remaining, I think, other than Cofield, who has secured first place, and they've played after this Friday. They will have played all their region games. I think their last game is non-region, but the rest of us, it's all region opponents. And I don't know that if I was playing a non-region team this year and this week and needed a victory next week for sure. Like you said, we got 23 players. If I needed to get somebody healthy, I would certainly be more worried about the following week than I would be worried about this week.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Well, fellas, hey, Midway, y'all have played a heck of a good season, and I hope we get to see you again in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
What's your thoughts on the Cofield Oliver Springs game coming up?
You want to see somebody get smoked? Come to Oliver Springs Friday night.
That's the OEB Law Game of the Week here on Channel 12.
You want 21 points right now?
I don't gamble.
Hey, it's on like Donkey Kong, baby. Hey, when it comes to those
Oliver
two,
Springs has been playing a lot better ball. They put it on Oakdale last week.
Well, and they set out half the year. They ought to be good and healthy.
Yeah, they're playing their best ball right now, so it's a big game for the Bobcats.
Well, they better bring a big game because we're going to bring our big offensive line and we're going to jam it down their throat and make them like it.
All right, Eric. Coach Green might have something to say about that, but...
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, we offense, you defense. Stop us if you can. It's the Steve Spurrier mentality of football.
Oliver Springs had 370 yards rushing last week, I heard.
Well, they ain't going to have 370 yards rushing Friday night.
Okay, everybody tune in Friday night.
If you want to see a beat down, turn it on.
All right, Eric, thank you for calling in.
See you guys. Bye.
We'll see you. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the night. We'll be back. We'll be back to take that next call before we go. Let's see here. Which one? Line 2. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Well, I've got a quick question, and it's from the family. Are we going to wear orange or green tomorrow night?
Orange or green Friday night, Coach?
Friday night I'll be wearing green. Tomorrow night I will have on a shade of green at Cherokee Middle School. So my stepson's 8th grade night is tomorrow night, so I'll be going over there to be a part of that. So I'm sure that my father-in-law was asking me the question right now of if I'm going to wear green or if I'm going to wear orange. My blood's pretty green. It's probably going to be green.
That would be correct.
The green wave will be rolling into Greenback.
That his father-in-law was correct.
I recognize the voice.
Any other questions or comments?
See you, Coach.
All right, see you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling in. And we're going to take our first break tonight. We'll be right back. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Cash in your gold now to get the most money. With gold at all-time highs, TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge is paying top dollar for your gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, and coins. And TK Wheeler Jewelers pays cash. Broken chains, mismatched earrings, bracelets, rings, old school rings, gold charms, old watches, and even coin collections. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge, where you get the most money now for your old gold. So cash in now at TK Wheeler Jewelers, 422 South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Duff Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
All remaining 2021 Ascent models have 0.9% financing available at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family, giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Simple.
Welcome back into the locker room chat, and our guests tonight are members of the Midway Greenway football team and the head coach, Ron Treadway. But currently there is other sports going on in high school, and especially in the postseason. We have girls volleyball currently in the state tournament, and we have a team locally, Anderson County Lady Mavericks, who are down in the mid-state playing. They won their first match yesterday, a 5-set match over Hume Fog. Today, however, they came up on the short end in a 5-set match against East Hamilton. I think they lost that final game 20-18, so that was a tough loss for the Lady Mavs there, but they will live to play another day. They will be back tomorrow playing in the losers bracket, so I believe they have to win 3 games tomorrow to advance to the championship. So good luck to the Anderson County Lady Mavericks. They defeated Tennessee High Bristol last week to make it to the state tournament, and it's their 3rd straight trip to the state. And last year they were state runner-up. So Lady Mavericks, another outstanding season in volleyball. Also in soccer, talking about Anderson County as well, they have advanced to the region final, and they will take on the Kingston Jackets, and that will be tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Southwest Point Park there in Kingston, as the Kingston girls are undefeated, 14 wins, no losses, 2 ties, and that will be for the region championship tomorrow. Anderson County at Kingston in girls soccer, and Kingston won last night over Cumberland County 4-1. They had goals from Carly Pettit. She tied it up. Kingston was down early, and she made a terrific goal to tie it up, and Kingston got the momentum from there and were able to go ahead and add goals from Ava Conway, Maddie Bailey, and Anna Bowden to win that 4-1, and Anderson County advanced as well to the championship. They defeated Livingston Academy 1-0, so Kingston and Anderson County have played twice already. I think they met in the district championship. Kingston won that 1-0, so it should be a great soccer match tomorrow in Kingston. And Walter,
and Catholic in Hardin Valley, are they still in? I know that they were still in it with Anderson County, at the state, weren't they?
Is that in volleyball?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I'm not sure. I think they're in different in AAA.
Right, exactly.
I'm not sure how that's going, but
okay.
Walter's got some other news.
Also, a distant cousin of mine, Kylie Alvis, has received scholarship offers to Carson Newman and to LMU for track and field, and she hasn't decided which one she's going to go for at this point in time, but she's a shot putter, discus thrower, javelin, and hammer, and she's in track and field, and we wish her best of luck and congratulations on those offers, and I'm sure she'll pick the best one that's right for her.
Yeah, Kylie's a terrific athlete. We had her on the show with Anderson County track last spring, and she's also a member of the basketball team, so I'm sure she's getting ready for that. So congratulations.
And let me also pass along her twin sister, Sadie. Her sister is the captain of the cheerleading squad at Andrews County High School, so that family's got a lot going on.
And their daddy's he's a pretty good musician as well. Oh, John, Sleepy Eyed John. Anyway, let's take a quick look back at last week. Walter, Karn's big win over Oak Ridge last week gives the Beavers the number 2 seed in that region, and first win over Oak Ridge since 1985.
You're kidding. I was a lot younger at that time and could run, believe it or not. 1985. I wasn't even married yet.
Yeah.
Got married in 87.
Yeah.
But
Talking about somebody who could run, Devin Bishop had 270-something yards, and he's up to about 2,600, I believe. Got a chance to get to 3,000 for sure, especially with the playoffs coming up. But he had 272 last Thursday, and I don't think we've seen a running back in this area quite some time as far as those numbers, have we, Coach?
No, I watched him that game. He's a special athlete, without a doubt.
Some other games last week. Greenback got a big win over Harriman, 38-36. It was Oliver Springs, 30-7 over Oakdale. It was a big region win for the Bobcats to keep them alive in the playoffs. Zach Elliott had 2 touchdowns, and Mason Day and Tyler Bridges as well had one. They had 3 long touchdown runs in that game, 2 over 70 yards and 1 over 50. So it was a big win for the Bobcats.
that has woke Oliver Springs back up. They, to start off the year, were drawing blanks, and they're actually playing a lot better football in the last few weeks.
They had some COVID early on, and they had 370 yards rushing last week. So Midway, another team here with us tonight, 55-20 over Sunbright, and Midway last week as well won, so they won 2 straight games. So putting up some points on the board. Other team, Rockwood, 56-6 over Wartburg. The Tigers are really starting to roll. 3 straight wins, I believe, for Rockwood. And Kingston as well, 49-0 over Signal Mountain. That was the OAB Law game of the week. There you see the standings there in Region 2. Well, that's 2A. Oneida had a big win over Monterey last week to put them on top currently. They won 20-13, and some other games we picked. It was Science Hill big over Jeff County. Bradley Central kicked a late field goal to beat Farragut, and it was Bearden upsetting Cleveland. So Anderson County taking on Bearden Friday night in Knoxville.
That ought to be a good one. I would pick Anderson County in that one, but Bearden has surprised a lot of folks and are starting to win from time to time.
But the Carnes win puts them in number 2, and Oak Ridge will play Campbell County next week for that 3rd and 4th spot. As you can see, the Class 5A region standings there. The win by Carnes eliminated Clinton. The Dragons 1-3. Clinton was hoping for an Oak Ridge win, and because they host Carnes next week, but with Carnes winning, the Dragons will be out of the playoffs, and I'm sure they're disappointed.
That's very true. I hated to see that, and Clinton, of course, our alma mater, and 4-4, actually playing some pretty good football, and have lost a couple games that were very, very close. And it amazes me that Oak Ridge, right now 2-6, no matter what they do, even tomorrow night, they could even be 2-7. And no matter what happens, they're still going to be in the playoffs, even if they lose out.
Right. That's they get the win over Clinton. That's big.
Right.
They got there earlier in the season. Right now, let's go ahead and turn our attention to these young men over here, just itching to talk to us, I believe. Which one of you guys want to go first? Emmett Hegland, and Walter, you have a question you want to ask Mr. Hegland?
Well, I guess at this point, do you have any aspirations after college as far as have any possible scholarship offers at this point?
At this point, I don't have any offers yet. I have a few schools I talked to, and hopefully I can get an offer to go there. But I definitely want to play at the next level, and I just want to go compete and have fun.
And how long have you been playing football?
I started when I was in 2nd grade. I played till 6th grade, and then I got in middle school. I didn't really like contact anymore for a little bit, so I stopped playing through then. And then a bunch of the juniors, when I was a freshman, told me I needed to play again, so I came back and started playing and ended up playing quarterback.
And do you play any other sports in high school?
I played basketball and baseball too.
Okay, so you're a 3-sport player?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yeah.
That's quite impressive.
Emmett, you had a big season last year, All-State, as we mentioned earlier in the show, 2,500 yards passing, and off to another outstanding season this year, about almost 1,300 yards. And you consider yourself a dual threat quarterback. I know you had 500 rushing yards last season. This year I was looking at your stats. You have over 300 yards. So I've seen you play on TV a few times, and you're not afraid to tack it up. But you consider yourself a dual threat?
Yeah, I consider myself a dual threat. Coach always tells me if I step up, I got to run. And that's what I always try to do, because then if I'm running more, it opens up the passing lanes. But if I stop running, they're just sitting in the passing lanes, and it just makes everything a little bit harder.
What's your size? And
I'm 6 foot, 190.
You look like pretty good size, and when you decide to run with the ball.
Yeah.
He's a lot when he comes out from under center running. He does a good job with it, and that is one of the things that he and I talked about back during the summer. I need you to showcase your legs a little more. You're a good runner. You got good vision. He runs hard when he runs. He's a lot to bring down in the open field, and he's got, he's very athletic. So I love to see him throw it, but anytime he tucks it to take off, it doesn't bother me.
And Emmett, you're a 3-year starter?
Yeah.
And what position do you play on defense?
I usually play corner or safety.
Do you have any interceptions this season?
No, not this year.
Not yet.
Usually get one will be coming soon. I'd say.
What's it like to play at Greenback? I've never been there. I hear it's quite the experience.
It's pretty cool, because my sophomore year, that was whenever after that game, after we played there, that's when I actually decided that I wanted to pursue football in college. It's because it's a pretty cool environment, and I like how all their fans, all their trucks and stuff are lined up around the field, so it's pretty cool there. And I just want to go out there and show them what we got and beat them pretty bad.
They had a pretty good team there a few years ago when y'all went over there, and
yeah.
I think y'all got a good shot at them Friday night. Do you have any pregame rituals?
Pregame, I go out 10 minutes before everybody else. I warm up, and then whenever we do the walkout, I stop talking to anybody. It's time to focus in, and then it's time to go out there and show what I can do. And then right before the game, when we run out, I always go to the sideline, jump as high as I can, just trying to get myself ready to go and have a good time.
You got a call coming in. Let's go ahead and take it. Locker room chat, you're on the air.
Yes.
Go ahead, caller.
I want to ask the boys what has been their favorite game this year and why.
Okay, the question is, what has been y'all's favorite game this year and why?
Give me a second. My favorite game this year would definitely be Harriman, because my sophomore year we lost to them in overtime. Last year we beat them, and this year we beat them 33-6. So it's just showing them what we can do, and it's close. They're north of the river, south of the river. It's just a nice little rivalry we got. It's fun.
Caleb?
Yeah, back to what he said, I think it'd be Harriman. It's a good rivalry. We both. It's fair to say we talk a lot of trash over the social media, you know.
Yeah, I was going to ask y'all who's
That's all you, Caleb. That's all you.
I was going to ask y'all, is Harriman y'all's biggest rival?
No.
Definitely.
No.
Who would you say is your biggest rival?
Coalfield, for sure.
Coalfield? Okay.
I'd actually say Greenback because, well, Coach O, our offense coordinator, he was telling us today that since we don't play Rockwood anymore, that they're our longest traditional team we play against. So I think it's time to change it around, get a win.
Mm-hmm. And Ty, what's your answer to that question? What's your favorite game this season, and why was it?
Yeah, probably Harriman because, we were looked down on until we played Harriman. We really set the tone for you can't sleep on us, and I've always hated Harriman, and I just got to run it down their throat. So that's why I hate it so much.
Okay, so go back to Emmett. What's it like to wear those midway, that green?
It gives you a lot of pride, and then you see everyone come to the games. They're out there to support you, and you got a lot of people counting on you, and especially the younger people. It's good to see them. We used to do in the mornings. We'd always go over to the elementary school, say hi to the elementary kids. It was just nice, and then a lot of them know me by name. They always come up to me and say hi. It's just good to know that I'm setting a good example for the younger kids.
That's pretty neat, Coach.
Well, we the first year I was there, we had a little program where we went to the elementary school on game days, and we'd take a few different players every Friday, just to help the kids get off the bus, and get out of their cars, open car doors, let them know there's a game going on that night, the families, and it really was a very exciting time as the young kids got more used to seeing them. They're coming off the bus, giving them high fives. They want them to sign stuff, and I know it was a thrill for my players. Unfortunately, COVID is what put a stop to that. It's something we thought about trying. We couldn't do it last year. Talked with the elementary this year about trying to do it again, but then, of course, right off the bat, there were issues with sickness and so forth, and so we just, it just wasn't a good, a good visual to be out there shaking hands with a bunch of kids when there was the pandemic was kind of making a little resurgence. But it like Emmett says, and these guys will tell you too, I'm sure when they answer that question, there's really something special about that Midway community down there. I'm from Rockwood originally, and I grew up in Rockwood, and I always heard great things about Midway. And then when I got the opportunity to go there a few years back, I can see why people say what they say about the community and the people there. I mean, it's just a big bunch of people that support you no matter what you're doing, and so it's just great.
I was going to ask you, did you go to Rockwood High School?
I did.
Okay, and what about your playing career?
Not as stellar as these young men. It was. I'd say mediocre at best, but had a great high school life. Enjoyed it. Played for Mark Pemberton, who's now at Ray County, and Coach Pemberton was a young guy back then, probably 27, 28 years old, so he was really hard. Him and his father, but learned some great coaching lessons from them that I still use to this day, and would credit those men for that. What I learned at Rockwood High School from the people that I was there with.
What year did you graduate from Rockwood?
You want me to tell everybody my age? I graduated from there in 1988.
1988, okay.
Yeah. Yes, so, I'm that old. See, they're all.
You're still a young man.
But I marvel sometimes at these guys because, you still kind of remember what your high school career was like and the things you thought of, and how you miss the importance of each game. It was hard. And so I kind of marvel at these guys because they really listen when I talk about, the next game is the most important game, and this game means a lot for your future, not just today. It means a lot for what you're going to tell, 20, 30 years down the road. And they really understand that, and they would all tell you that I'm sure that this football life has went by in a hurry. 4 years has went by in a blink of an eye, and it's not lost on those guys. I mean, they're passionate about continuing to work hard every day stretch this season out for as long as they can, but to enjoy every minute of it. Caleb and I were sitting out on the bench there a couple of weeks ago talking about that, and hearing it in his voice and in these guys. Again, it makes me happy to be coaching them because I know how important they take every minute of this opportunity that they have.
Exactly. And Emmett, you're a senior, and what's some of the memories you're going to take away from playing at Midway or going to school there?
One of my memories is freshman year. I'd always be called Heisman Hagelin because I was the only freshman for a while, so it was just a fun time. They had to be really nice to me because they didn't want me to quit because you gotta have at least one freshman on the team. so they'd always be pretty nice to me about that. And then my junior year, winning All-State, it made me realize what I could really do with football and that I was actually getting looked at and people were acknowledging what I was doing.
What's your plans after graduation?
Well, after graduation, I hope to just go play college football somewhere, the best school I can go, whether I have to walk on or I get an offer. I just want to go play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we're going to take another break, and we'll be right back to visit with Caleb Goodman and also Ty Mason. So we'll be right back. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
Duff Subaru would like to announce the opening of our brand new, larger facility in Kingston. This new facility was designed to offer unmatched comfort and convenience for our customers. Our service department now offers full tire and alignment services, express oil changes, and a car wash included with each service. We're conveniently located at I-40 Exit 356 in Kingston, an easy drive from anywhere in the greater Knoxville area. Earl Duff Subaru, Tennessee's only 10-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award.
All remaining 2021 Ascent models have 0.9% financing available at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Chat, and our guests tonight are the Midway Green Wave, our head coach here, Ron Treadway. And Coach Treadway, how many seniors you have?
We have 11.
11 seniors.
That's
okay.
a lot for a school our size, and we're going to have to count on some young 8th graders coming up next year to help fill the roles that they're going to be leaving, and there's going to be a lot of big shoes to fill just in those 3 guys there, and Seth Gordon and Seth Brackett and Dominic Meza and who am I missing? I'm not going to try to get them all. I can get them all, but I'll probably. But Cyrus True, and I mean we've Jacob Gardner, Sawyer Pelfrey. Did I get everybody now?
I hope so.
Dalton Bacon.
There we go, Dalton.
But yeah, that's a big group for us at Midway, and again, all of those young men. Some you see a lot on Friday, some you don't, but all of them have brought something to this program, and so whether they're out catching touchdowns or throwing touchdowns or running them or whatever, all those seniors Some of them have come out for the first year. This is their first year playing football, and they've all given something to this program to get us to where we're at right now.
Okay. And Caleb Goodman, there in the middle, wide receiver. How long have you known Emmett? Y'all are quite the prolific combo. I'd like to have you on my fantasy team.
You know, I just like to say I was Emmett's first friend here. I tucked him under my wing, and I made him All-State. I just want to say that.
Okay. You play any other sports, Caleb?
No, sir. I'm dedicated to football.
And he is dedicated to it. He's a worker.
You like to play on the next level?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Are you getting any letters yet?
Yeah, I get letters, and I talk to a few coaches, but nothing really that serious.
What's your size?
6 foot, 170.
Okay, Walter?
So you're an all-stater, and how long have you been playing football?
Well, I started my 8th grade year, and I think when I first came in, I was pretty hungry, so my work ethic was pretty good.
So you didn't play when you was little, growing up?
No, not
Okay.
yeah.
I know a lot of kids, sometimes they start early and they get a little burnt out, but well, nowadays I think some parents hold their kids back, but that's good.
So you've learned a lot in a short period of time.
Yes, sir. My coaches have taught me a lot, yeah.
Are you pretty fast?
Yeah, 4.7 40.
Whoa.
Are you faster than Ty?
Yes, yes.
Faster than me.
And what's some of the memories you're going to take away, Caleb?
Oh, God, there's a lot. First, probably all my teammates coming in early morning in the summer. Bible study with Treadway. Getting up, he'd make us breakfast, you know. Stay after late and wouldn't leave until everything was perfect and we felt comfortable with what we were doing. Yeah, that's probably my best memory.
What's it like to play for Midway? Put on that green jersey.
Well, it means a lot to me because, you know, we got a small community and, you know, everybody's holding you accountable for what you're doing. And, you know, you'll go to school, everybody will be talking about what happened Friday, and if you do good, you know, it feels good to walk in the doors when you do good. Because everybody's like, hey, good game Friday. Makes you feel good.
What do you do when you're not playing football? What's your hobbies?
Working on football.
Gosh.
His hobby is working on football.
Yeah, I'm always working on football, really, or hanging out with my girlfriend, really.
What's your plans after graduation? What do you like to go into, field of study?
I don't really know my field of study. I just know I'd like to play at the next level. And, yeah, I'd like to compete.
Okay, and well, thank you for being here, and good luck the rest of the season. And Ty Mason, running back. Ty, what's your plans on graduation?
Like them, I'd like to go play at the next level, you know, for any college. I went with Coach Treadway and a few other guys to watch college, and I've been interested in some around Tennessee and some in Georgia, maybe in Kentucky.
Do you have any pregame rituals get you pumped up? Any superstitions?
Coach O'Toole's prayer and Coach White Wilson's. It's not really a speech; it's just screaming at us. But yeah, that's probably what my pregame rituals are.
And you're a running back. What position do you play on defense?
Strong safety.
Okay. Walter.
And how many yards rushing do you have this year?
550.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah. It's right at 500 yards, 80 carries.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably really doesn't know because it's just not something he thinks
That's over
about.
6
He
yards.
just plays hard.
Got 6 touchdowns.
And do you catch any as far as a wide receiver go out For a pass inning, or?
Yes.
Okay.
How many?
Yeah, if you're on the field for Midway, you're catching a football sometime or another. 'Cause we're
Okay.
going to throw it to everybody.
How long have you been playing football, Ty?
3 years. Well, since my third grade and fourth grade, but high school 3.
Okay. So you grew up with these guys and went to school with them all the way up. And you play any other sports?
No, sir. I'm about like Caleb. I like weight training in the off season with Caleb and just working with Caleb.
And what's some of your memories you're going to take away?
Oh, there's a lot. Coming at 5:30 in the morning, like Caleb said, and doing Coach Tread's devotions. At the beginning of my junior year, me, Caleb, and Seth, and Emmett would go to D1 in Knoxville with Josh Smith. That was always fun. And yeah, just every year you just take away something else, and I'll carry it all the way throughout my life. You know, some of the things that Coach Treadway's taught me, O'Toole, Ostrowski, Coach Louie, about all the coaches. So.
Okay, guys, we got a couple minutes left in the show. We're going to do a speed round here. We're going to ask you some quick questions. Ty, you start off. What's your favorite food?
Buffalo wings.
Caleb?
What was the question again?
Favorite food?
Anything Chick-fil-A, really.
Emmett?
Lasagna.
Emmett, who's your role model?
Caleb, you're not my role. Besides like my parents, I'd say like LeBron James, Russell Wilson. Those are the two favorite athletes I have out there.
Caleb?
Probably Odell Beckham. He's pretty good. I like him.
Ty?
My dad, and probably if we're talking like Ezekiel Elliott.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Me, I can solve a Rubik's Cube pretty fast.
Okay. Caleb?
No.
And Emmett?
I used to do some card tricks back in the day.
Okay. Emmett, what's your hobbies when you're not playing football?
When I'm not playing football, I'm probably either playing some video games or watching football or with some sport on the TV with my parents or going fishing.
Caleb, we already asked your hobbies. It's football, but Ty, what's your hobbies?
Football, and I like lifting. They all make fun of me for always being in the weight room and doing curls and stuff.
Okay.
But that's my hobby.
Well, go ahead and give a shout out there, Ty. Y'all give a shout out.
Give a shout out.
O-line.
Jake Binks.
Yeah, Jacob Gardner, Tate Mason.
Mom and Dad, I love you.
Johnson
my
Ruff,
girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
Love our parents. O-line. Love you guys.
Yeah, O-line.
Brett Reed's over there.
Reed.
Well, guys, thank y'all for being here, and good luck the rest of the season. Beat Greenback, and Coach Treadway, we thank you for being here tonight.
Appreciate it.
And good luck the rest of the season. And for Walter Stair, I'm John Williams. You're watching the Locker Room Chat. We'll see you next week.